A 12-year-old boy who drowned in Lake Erie 3 years ago speaks out because he just learned that Bay Village cut the budget of the city's dive team that summer.
The new information comes from an ongoing lawsuit filed by a firefighter who confronted city council over those budget cuts and was suspended for his statements. ONN's Kristen Severance talked with a father who had no idea were no dive team in place when his son died.
That's right, Leon. The father told me he didn't know about this firefighter or the lawsuit, and he always assumed a dive team was in place and dispatched the day his son died in 2008. Jeff Haberek lost his son 3 years ago.
I don't believe there's an hour that goes past that I don't grieve for the loss of my son.
12-year-old Zachary died in Bay Village in August of 2008.
The current had sucked Zach down, and he couldn't reach the surface in time.
Haberek told me he thought the Bay Village dive team tried to help the boy because he saw EMS vehicles on scene.
Most of us take it for granted that these services are in place.
There was no dive team called out that day. Reports show city council cut the fire department's dive team that year to save money. Operating the team cost Bay Village $10,000 to $12,000 in overtime.
These gentlemen deserve medals. They deserve raises. They don't deserve to be cut.
Another little boy drowned in Lake Erie a month after Zach. A Bay Village firefighter not in uniform spoke out at a city council meeting in 2008 against the city's decision to cut the team. He claimed city council was partly responsible for the loss of life. He was later suspended. The case is now in court. Haberek never knew any of this until a decision Thursday by an appeals court.
No one should have to lose their child, and especially for such ridiculous reasons of $12,000 annually.
All right, this is all coming out now after a decision by the U.S. Court of Appeals ruling in favor of firefighter Ron Westmoreland. Now, his attorney, Avery Friedman, called the decision, quote, a freedom of speech victory, end quote. Bay Village officials told me they didn't do anything wrong, and they also said both sides will be headed back to court at the federal level. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Kristen Severance, the Ohio News Network.
Thank you, Kristen.